Hello everyone, welcome to this video. I am so happy to see you here. I hope you're doing well and feeling inspired. Today I wanted to talk to you about healing your past, the power of a revision, and how this healing can improve your life and bring you more energy, health, vitality, and prosperity. So today I wanted to explore the following concepts. What is the past and what is healing? And why healing the past is crucial to us? And what price do you pay for your past? Do you know the price? Because there is a price in there, right? Is it true that time heals all wounds? And what is revision and how the Ho'oponopono process can help us to revise and heal our past? So what is the past? Technically speaking, the past is what comes before the present moment, right? So what I just said 10 seconds ago is already the past, right? Because it came before this very moment I'm speaking. So we have the recent past, which is something that happened minutes, hours, days, or months ago, and the more far past, right? The ones from childhood, our birth, our time in college, our first job, whatever this is, right? So most people connect the word past with something that happened a long time ago, right? Like childhood or college time, but this isn't so, because past can be, for instance, what happened this morning, right? What happened 2 hours ago is already the past. So there are two ways that we can look at the past, and these two ways they complement each other, right? So the first way is to look at the past as something that already happened in the physical reality, and it is done. It is gone already, right? It doesn't exist anymore, right? For instance, what happened in this morning, what happened years ago, childhood, college, whatever it is the past. It will never come back. It is gone. And the second way is to understand the past is by observing our feelings, thoughts, and emotions about the events that we experienced in the past, what happened in the past, right? And now, why should we observe our feelings? Because, if I am feeling still the emotional turmoil of the events that happened in my life in the past, it means that I brought my past in here and I'm living my past in the present moment. This is what I'm doing. I'm repeating my past. So, for example, something happened this morning, right? And I got very angry about it. I felt angry about it. So, although this event happened like 10 hours ago, right? The morning time was about 10 hours ago, and I felt angry and upset about it. If I am still feeling angry and upset about what happened in the morning, it means that I am still there, right? So an event that lasted, I don't know, a couple of minutes in the morning made me feel angry, triggered anger in me, and I'm carrying on this anger throughout the day, meaning instead of an event that lasts for 2 minutes, I extended this for many hours in the day because I am still feeling the anger, right? So the morning event that happened in my life, it is done already. The event is done. But the emotional turmoil, the stress I felt is pretty much present because I brought the past into my present moment. So objectively speaking, this event is already in the past because it happened in the morning and it is over. But subjectively speaking, subjectively means inside of me, my feelings, emotions, my thoughts, it is still happening because I am holding on to these feelings and emotions that I experienced. So when we hold on to the thoughts, feelings, and emotions triggered by events in the past, we are perpetuating the past, right? And this behavior of perpetuating the past, it causes a lot of problems because it takes our energy away. It takes us a great deal of effort and energy to keep these feelings alive right? And if we are using our energy, our vital energy, to keep all these wounds alive, we don't have much energy left to live our day, to build new things, to do things that we wanted to do, right? Sometimes even to have fun. We don't have the energy to have fun. So every day, right? Every day when we wake up in the morning, we have a certain amount of energy, right? Everybody receives energy from the universe, right? So it is like, so the universe give us a card with certain points in energy, right? So let's suppose that we get a card with 100 points in energy to live our life. So every day we wake up in the morning, we open our eyes, we have 100 points in energy to live our day, right? So when we face stressful events or situations, and of course we feel naturally we feel negative emotions. If we hold on to these emotions, to these feelings, to this negativity, we are getting these 100 points, and we are using a lot of this energy to be holding on to these feelings, right? So if I get this card with 100 points and I'm holding on a grudge that happened to me this morning, so for all these past 10 hours of my day, I am giving 50 points away for this particular event, right? Because I was so upset and I was thinking about and feeling angry and even talking to people in my day, telling them what was going on. So I got these 100 points and I got 50 of these points and I gave away to the wound, right? It's over there, feeding the wound. So I have only 50 points to go through my day, right? Because I spent half of my energy feeding this wound from the morning, right? We're using this as an example. So if I am living my day with only half of the energy I should have to live my day, what is happening? I am in debt, I'm in deficit, right? Because I don't have enough energy to live the day, right? So basically I live life with an energy debt, right? Energetically, I am in debt. So for example, suppose that I need $100 to live life. So to buy food, gas, pay whatever I have to pay, I need $100 a day, right? So I take $50 every day and I give away. I put in the garbage $50. So what happens? I have only $50. I don't have 100 anymore. I have only $50 to go through my day. And now what? I need another $50 because I needed to buy gas and food and pay the bills. So what do? I'm gonna borrow the money. How am I gonna live without money? And if I borrow the money, I get in financial trouble, right? Because you're gonna borrow from where? From the banks, from your friends. I mean, you need to borrow from somewhere, and then you have to pay back. So the same is true in our energy level, in our energy field, right? So we try to borrow energy from other people. For instance, when you go talk to other people and you want energy from them, right? You want to feed from their energy. Or we go to eat sugary foods or coffee, all these things, because we need that energy, right? Because if I fed this event in my morning, I gave to this event half of my points, half of my energy, where am I going to take energy from now? I need the energy, right? So this is the heavy price we pay for keeping the past alive, for holding on to the negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that we felt during this event, right? Now, imagine how many points we have to use to maintain all these unprocessed thoughts, feelings, and emotions from our far past, right? Like a month ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, 35 years ago, from birth, right? So all these wounds from the past, they are festering our lives because many times we do not process them. So we need to find a way to process these wounds. So most of us, we live life with energetic debt, right? So we feel tired, unmotivated, anxious, and sometimes we don't understand where this exhaustion is coming from. It's not lack of food necessarily, it's not lack of water, food, or sleep. Sometimes we have all of this, but it's still we feel this exhaustion, right? So sometimes this is from the past. That's the wounds we are feeding, right? That's the price that we pay for our past. So, according to an ancient proverb, we must master our past in the present, or the past will master our future. Isn't that incredible? I love this proverb. It's like master our past in the present, or our past will master our future, right? Now, this leads us to our second question. What is healing and why healing the past is necessary? So, healing is the processing of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions that is connected. They are connected to the events and giving them a new meaning. So the events and circumstances of our day triggering us certain feelings, thoughts, or emotions, right? And some of them are positive, but some are not. Some of them are very negative. So healing happens when we look at the events of the day and our thoughts, our feelings, and emotions in a conscious way, fully present, right? And we deal with that internally by processing that energies and giving them a new meaning. So you can imagine that healing the past is like paying off a credit card debt, right? So when we have a debt, generally we pay interest on this debt, right? If we have a credit card debt, you pay interest because the banks, they do not do charity for anyone. What they are doing is that they are profiting from us borrowing the money from them, right? So you're paying interest. So when we start our healing journey, generally speaking, it's like we are paying off the interest in that card, right? So, and as we keep going with our healing, we arrive at the principal in the card, right? The amount that we owe to the bank. So it is more or less like this, right? And that's when our life starts to change because we start to have more energy, right? So to look at things with a fresh perspective. So this is what it means doing the healing. When we started this healing journey, we started to look into the past and really processing all that stuff from the past and letting go, releasing and letting go. We start to gain energy. In the beginning, we are going to feel tired because we are dealing with emotions, right? And emotions are energy in motion. And we feel tired in the beginning. But very soon after that, we start to feel as more and more energy, right? So, is that true that time heals all wounds? Is that true? No, it isn't. Time will not heal any wound, right? Because time, what heals our emotional wounds is our desire and initiative for processing our emotional baggage and giving them a new meaning. And this has to be done consciously. It is a choice, right? So it is an active is an active process, right? It's not that time is gonna heal, like time will never heal anything. What happens is that when we say let time heal the wound, it means that we are avoiding the situation, right? So we are suppressing our negative emotions and we are sending down to our subconscious, now putting down under the rug. And this is very is not helpful at all because later on it's gonna come up again, right? And so what is revision and how the Ho'oponopono process can help us to revise? So revision is a process of looking at an event again to understand it from a different perspective, right? So to revise means to look into yourself, to search within for the cause of what you are feeling. So the events and circumstances, they happen in the physical reality, right? And our thoughts, feelings, and emotions about this event happens in our inner reality, right? So therefore, the cause of all the stress is within us, always within us, is never in the doubt. The events, they trigger what is already within us, right? So the events, they do not create these feelings, they do not cause the feelings, they are just triggers, right? So this morning, if I had an event this morning, somebody spoke to me and I got very angry and upset, and the anger is already inside of me, it is there. So somebody speaks to me in a different way, I might blast in anger, for instance, right? So it is inside of me already, right? So the event, it triggered my anger. So to revise, it means to take a responsibility for how we feel with the intention to change that, right? I'm gonna change that story a little bit. So and here is where we bring the Ho'oponopono cleaning process to our rescue, right? Because instead of looking at the event to blame people for how I am feeling, I am going to redirect my attention back to myself with the understanding that the event is only a trigger, right? So if somebody shouted at me this morning, for instance, that event is a trigger. So instead of paying attention on that person, what happened, la 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 la, I come back to myself. Let me look into myself, how I am feeling, right? So if I am feeling angry, I can use the Ho'oponopono and clean on that. I can clean on all negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I have, right? So the most important activity we can do every day is to revise our day and to clean the memories, the feelings, and emotions that we experienced in that day. So when we clean our memories every day using the Ho'oponopono consistently, we are already paying off our energetic debt, right? So keeping the past alive is always very expensive. Actually, it's too expensive, right? It costs us a great deal of energy. So every night before you go to sleep, revise your day. How did you feel today? You know, what happened and what events triggered what? How did you feel? Write down a few notes. It doesn't have to be long. Just focus on yourself and use the Ho'oponopono cleaning tools to clean that stagnant energy, right? And healing your past as soon as it happens is the best way to do not accumulate energy debt. That's why if you revise every day before you go to bed, think about your day and just clean on that, so that you are going to bed, you're going to sleep with your energy field is going to be cleaner. So on the following day, you're going to wake up with more energy than what you had today, right? So, I hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. Aloha, and until the next video.